guys, Nthefastlane here, and today I'm going to show you how you can properly check the deck of your head and your block with the proper tools. There's two ways of testing the deck of a block or a head. The first way, which is the way I'm going to use, is a feeler gauge and a straight edge. Now it's an actual machine straight edge, so it's perfectly straight. You can't go to Home Depot and buy a ruler and expect to get good results because you'll be off. The second way is using a dial gauge deck tool. It has a little machine deck plate that's drilled so the dial gauge can slide into it, and then you can set it on the head and move it around and it'll tell you how much the head's off. First we're going to flip this head. Flip it upside down and I'll turn it your way so you can see a little better. Okay, so here is the bottom of the head. Make sure it's clean. You don't want any sand on there because then you won't be able to. This one's beat up. It's just an extra I got laying around. It's actually been decked, but wasn't taken care of very well. Scratches all over it, and that'll cause it to leak. Alright, so this is just a quick reference. So we're going to take our deck tool, the straight edge. This is a machined iron straight edge. And you're going to set it, there's one way. You're going to go from point to point. Alright. And make sure it's completely on there. And before this, we're just going to take these feeler gauges. You can get them at Sears. This is a Craftsman. If you want to know the part number, it's Craftsman 40811. That's the part number for these feeler gauges. And for this particular head, it requires no more than 2/1000ths. So I'm going to put a 2/1000ths under there, and it tells you right on these feeler gauges the numbers. So here's 2/1000ths of an inch. We're going to put the straight edge on there in an X format from point to point. We're going to run the feeler gauge up under there. As you can see, I'm putting it in every crevice. And if the feeler gauge can go under it, then that's it. The head needs to be redecked. You're going to test each point all the way, every single piece. If you have a grain of sand under there, you'll get a false reading, just to let you know. Okay, so that side's good all there. We're going to do the same thing on this side. It's just an X pattern. I'll put the diagram underneath the video. And we're just going to test each point there. Run the feeler gauge under there. Alright, couldn't get under there. So we've already gone this way, this way. Now we're going to start doing the middle. And then we're going to do the other side. I wouldn't suggest going back and forth. I just make the head clean. I don't care about this one. It's an old head. I'll probably have it redecked anyway. Okay. And then you're going to test these middle channels right here. Same way. The most crucial part on the head, of course, is water, but it's the compression where the cylinders are, which is right in here. These are crucial when you're putting the feeler gauge on there, and make sure you get every inch of it, or else if there's just a little dip, you're going to be getting either compression inside your coolant, your oil, whatever. And test it like that. We're just going to do 2 here, and then that's pretty much it. As long as you make out, then your head's completely decked. Now this is the same exact principle for the block. Take out all these valves and just look at it as there's pistons in there with holes, and you're going to do the same thing. One across here, 2 down the middle. And you can even go this way also if you want, perpendicular or parallel. with each one and just hit it like that. This is just taking a little extra just to be sure that every point of your block. Now with the dial tool gauge, the dial indicator one with the little deck piece, I don't have it, but it's pretty much, let's say that this is just a solid piece of aluminum and you have your dial gauge right here. It slides through there and you screw it down, you put it on your head like this and you zero it out, you put it to 0 and then you move it. And the dial gauge will move up and down and it'll tell you how off it is. So this is the same way that you would check your block or your head. Well guys, hope you enjoyed that quick video on how to check the deck of your head and block. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website www.nthefastlane.com. I'll put a link in my description and see you guys next time.